my copycat McDonald's hash brown recipe went absolutely viral, so I want to show you how to make it. First, we're going to take our russet potatoes, cut them in thirds, and parboil them. That means that we are going to cook them partially for about 10 minutes. Next, you want to let your potatoes cool a little bit, and we're going to grate them, add 1 egg and 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. Give these a mix, and we're going to form our hash brown shapes. Then we're going to put them in the freezer for about 45 minutes. Fry these up until they are golden brown and add a little salt if you want. They are so crispy on the outside and fluffy and tender on the inside.
I saw this McDonald's double cheeseburger hack on TikTok yesterday and I had to try it. Oh my god, it is so good and so easy to make. It tastes just like McDonald's, but actually better than McDonald's. Does that make sense? And I just used easy singles and chopped everything just like McDonald's, and it's amazing.
Espero que McDonald's no me borre este video porque con esta receta le tumbamos el changarro. Vamos a hacer unos McNuggets pero mejor. Trituramos muy bien nuestro pollo y hacer un procesador o con un cuchillo le ponemos sal, paprika y pimienta. Mezclamos muy bien y hacemos así nuestra formita de nuggets y los ponemos en una charolita al congelador por 45 minutos. Mezclamos harina, maicena, un poco de sal y paprika y vamos a empanizar cada uno de nuestros nuggets. Ya que los tengamos listos, a la mezcla le vamos a poner poquita agua mineral hasta lograr esta consistencia. Calentamos muy bien nuestro aceite y vamos a pasar nuestros nuggets por la mezcla líquida y ponemos a freír nuestros nuggets, que quede bien doradito por los dos lados, lo pasamos a que escurra y no, qué cosa.
If you're on a diet and you're craving McDonald's, I've got you covered. Let's make a healthy, lower calorie and higher protein double McChicken burger. Start by cutting 200 grams of chicken breast into 2 thin fillets and seasoning each side with paprika, salt and pepper. Add 2 cheese corn thins or rice cakes into a blender cup with some garlic powder, paprika and garlic salt, then blend it together and put it onto a plate. On a separate plate, add 20 grams of egg whites, then soak each piece of chicken into the egg whites and coat it in the blended corn thins. Now bake it in the air fryer for around 15 minutes. Now it's time to build your burger. Place the chicken on top of the buns with some shredded lettuce and 20 grams of light mayonnaise. And that's it. Enjoy and follow for more.
McDonald's McNuggets. Start with that chicken breast. Go ahead and cut it up into little cubes, and we're gonna blend it in batches, and we're gonna pulse it. You could use a grinder if you have one, but I don't have one. I'm guessing a lot of you don't have one. You could use a blender, works just as good. Season the meat with a bunch of salt and pepper, and then the key to shaping your nuggets is to keep your hands wet so it doesn't stick to you. So you feel me? We made a few McDonald's shapes, and we went off with some dinosaurs, made a country, and look at that. I don't know what that is. Throw it into the freezer for like 2 hours. For the dry mix, we're gonna go flour, cornstarch, salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder. Mix it up. For the wet batter, we're gonna go eggs, half a cup of water, 1/4 cup of cornstarch, and whip that up. Then once your nuggets are hard, we're gonna go dry, wet, and then leave it on there. And then once you do that, you're gonna heat up some oil. Once it bubbles around the stick, the wood, the chopstick, throw them into the oil. Make sure they don't stick to each other. Fry them for about 2 minutes each side. Take them out, and you got chicken McNuggets. Yes, sir.
All right, you and me got to talk, and don't get mad at me because I'm just the messenger. You watch cooking videos on TikTok all the time. You see food you want to try, so you say to yourself, I have to make that. You send the video to yourself or you save it on your phone, then weeks go by and you never actually make it. It's just a continuous cycle of watching videos and
McDonald's chicken snack wraps were so good, and it really hurt when they took them off the menu, so today we're gonna make them at home and even better. First, cut your chicken breast into thin tenders. Then you'll make your dry batter as well as your wet batter and make sure to spice it really well. Now to get very crispy chicken tenders, we're gonna add some of the wet batter into the dry to create that flaky texture. Then we'll double dip, wet, dry, then back into the wet and back into the dry. Let the tenders rest for about 10 minutes while we make our ranch sauce. Then you'll heat your vegetable oil and fry the tenders until they're nice and golden brown, just like this. Last step is to assemble with your tortillas, lettuce, shredded cheese, our tenders, and sauce. They tasted just like the real deal. Stay hungry!